Thank you for listening to and watching the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast. Today we have extremely special guest, YouTuber Jerry's Takes. He covers a lot of TV shows and movies, but specifically Walking Dead and Dexter. So we're going to talk about that today. I'm not the biggest Walking Dead fan on the planet, but I love Dexter. And I've had people from the shows on here on the podcast as well. And we've actually asked some of the cast members some of Jerry's questions, and that's how we met through Original Sin. So how are you today, Jerry? How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good, man. Really good. How are you?
Very good. Happy to be here. It's a beautiful thing we got going on here.
Yes, indeed.
So
Yes,
where do you want to
indeed.
start? Do you want to start with The Walking Dead and lead into Dexter?
If you'd like, if you don't like The Walking Dead, the way I see it is like whatever. If you don't
I
like it,
like
we don't got to talk
I
about it.
liked
But
the first season.
first season was a good season. It was short. I think it was written really well by Frank Darabont. And then after he left the show, I think everything just changed with it
Yes.
entirely. And then it went on 11 seasons and it
Way
had
too
its whole
long.
way too long and now it's still going on with the spin-offs. Good fun. Good fun. They just want to keep milking that cow dry. Um, but yeah, now I cover that on the channel. Been doing it for a little bit, but each new season as they come out, man, it's like they just get worse and worse
It's like Star
consistently.
Wars.
Yeah. Yeah, no, literally. Especially like for big time fans of a show or a franchise like Star Wars, people who have been watching it forever are like slowly like this is getting terrible. This is bad. Please stop it. But new fans are
Mhm.
like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
But
because they
like,
don't know. I find it
yeah,
funny all the people that were like, "Oh, George Lucas, he raped our childhood," and
yeah.
then they go and make the Disney ones, and those same people are saying, "Oh my God, the prequels were so amazing, man."
I know. I know. And you know what's bad? I've actually never fully seen any of the Star Wars movies. I've seen, I think, episode 4, which is the original, like the first of the original. And then I think like one of each of the following spin-off ones are like I don't even know what they are. Like the episode 1 I saw, and then the new one with I don't even know her name, but I've never finished them. Do you
Star Wars
recommend
fans are
it?
gonna kill me. It's just the hero's journey and then repeated and then fucking up
Yeah.
the entire okay, like Anakin, right? He's the one that's gonna save and bring balance to the Force. He turns into Darth Vader, goes completely the opposite direction. In the end, he ends up being good and saving his son to kill the Emperor after all of it in episode 6, right?
Yeah.
Well, the problem is they go and undo that with Disney's trilogy. They remake the first movie. They have a bunch of questions asked. They have J.J. Abrams make it. He doesn't want to make the second one. They bring Ryan Johnson in, who doesn't like J.J. Abrams or Star Wars, and he says, "Fuck y'all. Here's this." And then the third one's like Disney being like, "We're sorry, fan service. Here's the Emperor. Here's Lando. Here's a bunch of spaceships. I am all the Jedi. I am all the Sith. Let's kill the Emperor again." But the problem is you undid the original 6 movies by doing it.
Yep.
So, do I recommend it now? No.
Okay. That's good to know. That's good to know because like if I were to start, I wouldn't even know. I'd be a brand new fan of the franchise. I wouldn't know
You know what
much.
I do recommend is Rogue One. That movie
Rogue
was
One.
awesome. Yeah.
You're not the first who's told me that, but I haven't. I gotta look that up. Rogue One.
Yeah,
I
Rogue
gotta.
One. That was one of the spin-off movies. Gareth Edwards, who made the Godzilla movie with Bryan Cranston and Aaron Johnson.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
I gotta
that
check that out.
that was a good movie. And what's cool about it is in the Andor spin-off, that is apparently a really good show too. It's one of the characters from that movie. What I
Yeah.
like about Rogue One is they fix a plot hole of the original movie, and that being how the fuck did they shoot those lasers into the Death Star? Why was that hole there? Well, they explained it that it was a rebel that planned the Death Star to have that fault so the rebels could take it down. He was like a double agent. So the story follows his daughter, and I think that's really cool,
Yeah.
right? But
I
then
think.
the
Yeah.
sorry,
No. Go.
um, the,
Go ahead.
the Disney trilogy went and undid a different thing by creating another thing that we don't want, which is incest. Like when Luke and Leia kissed, that was before Lucas had it all planned out that they were brother and sister. So
Right.
it on rewatch, it's definitely weird. Problem is, in the comics, they said that Darth Vader is the son of Palpatine through the Force.
Mm.
So that means that Kylo Ren is the grandson of Darth Vader. In that last movie, they reveal that Rey is the granddaughter of Palpatine. So when they kiss at the end of that movie, that's Disney reintroducing incest into Star Wars, and that's
That's so
fucking weird.
bizarre. Yeah.
It's so weird,
That's
man.
bizarre. That's like that goes to a point that I was gonna, I guess, save for a little bit later when we talk about original sin. But I think like when you retcon something in a spin-off, it could go one of two ways. Like it could go good and be like appreciated, or in some ways it could go a little bad. I don't really have too many crazy examples of that with Original Sin, but I do know
I'm
they
half
try to
and half
retcon
with
some
it.
of it.
I like
Same,
some of it. I don't
same,
like some of it. Some of it
same.
just doesn't work or line up with the original show and rewatching the original show after the fact. But some of it
Yeah,
really does.
yeah,
And I
I
like the
agree.
way they intertie it with Resurrection with like the flashbacks. That was cool.
I
Like,
agree. I loved that. And I think if they're going to get rid of, I know we're like immediately jumping to that,
yeah.
but if they do truly, and I know they canceled it, but there's you never know, there's maybe a chance it'll come back at some point. But
Save
if
Original Sin.
yeah, if original for real, but
No,
if
really.
Original Sin is permanently canceled, it would be nice if in season 2 and beyond they at least bring back Patrick Gibson and the rest of the cast in general just for those flashback moments.
And they
Um
wouldn't need them for much time. I know
no.
Gibson just did Bond, but clearly, if that's coming out that game, it's already done. So he
Yeah.
probably did all the mocap for that before he even acted while filming for Original Sin, because they just filmed that last summer. The turnaround for both of these seasons was really quick.
Yeah.
You know,
It
I
definitely
liked
was.
Original Sin, especially after you really get into it. Like the first
Mhm.
few episodes, they're a little rocky, right? But
Yeah.
once you really get into the flow of it, it ends up being a pretty decent Dexter season. It definitely tops season 6, season
Oh,
8,
yeah.
season 3 for me. Even I like it more than season 3, and that's honestly I'm a 3 defender. I like season 3 a lot. I hate the
Yeah.
Skinner, but I love Prado so much that I don't care.
Yeah, Prado's a great villain. I
He's in
can't
Star
remember.
Wars also.
Oh, I didn't even know that
Yeah, in the
actually.
prequels, he plays Bail Organa. He plays Leia's
Oh.
father, adoptive father, and he's in Rogue One.
Oh.
Actually, he says, "I'm on the way back to Alderaan." And remember that the first Star Wars takes place right after it. Actually leads directly into it.
Huh. I
Yeah,
did not know that.
so that's why I talked about Star Wars. Not really, but it worked out, didn't it?
Yeah. I liked Original Sin. I can't remember offhand where in my ranking video now. Of course, it's bad that I'm forgetting that, but I can't remember at all where I ranked it.
I don't think
Um,
Dempsey should ever play a villain again. He's better as a good guy.
yeah, I agree. My biggest thing with that for Original Sin was that was so unnecessary to have a villain of the show be someone that's in Miami Homicide because then it kind of fucks you over for the whole show because you'd think they'd mention that like at some point in time if there was just another mass murderer only like 10 years prior.
My
That was
only headcanon is LaGuardia is so up her own ass about PR that maybe she doesn't want it to be brought up.
That's a good point. That's actually a very good point, and I wonder if that's something in season 2 they would have explored.
They were
I
going to
feel like
bring in Matthews too. Clyde did an interview with Gareth, the Talking Dexter podcast. We're going to do a collab too.
yeah.
And Clyde Phillips, the showrunner, and he mentioned that. And actually, they named the Gemini killer after him.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I didn't know that. That's good to know.
It's really fucking cool. Like they
Yeah.
love their fans that much. And Marco Siega follows us. He's supposed to come on soon too. Shout out Marco Siega.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
and Dexter's band, Princess Goes. They're amazing, and they're gonna come on when their new album comes out. And
Oh, are they really?
they're always responding to me. I honestly think Mike runs the account with them. Like they all have access to it. That's what Sarah
Oh,
Kinsey told me. Who played Camilla, young Camilla in Dexter Original Sin. Yeah, they've
wow.
all been great supports. Like everybody that I've talked to in Resurrection has been super nice. I talked to Katia Serif. I don't know if I fucked up her name or not. It might be Katia, right? That's the Detective Wallace, right? I talked
Yeah.
to Emma, who played Harrison's not girlfriend, but what's her name? The mom. I can't remember what it's off the
Oh,
top.
not Elsa. Is it Elsa?
Elsa, yeah, she
Yeah.
played Elsa. She's been really nice because our my co-founder Steven, he has Lyme disease, and so does she,
Yeah.
and she's an advocate publicly for Lyme disease. So we sent her this heartfelt message about thanking her for making people aware of it, and she
Hmm.
really appreciated it. So like, all the people who work on the show are super nice fucking people, and I think that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I follow her on TikTok actually. She makes a lot of content about that. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
Um, she seems really nice. She
but I
seems
do
really nice.
I do want to lean back into the show now with
Yeah.
the original series, right? Um, I know you've done your ranking videos, but we should both rank our seasons here while we're here, right?
Yeah. 100%.
So, what would you say your ranking for the original series would be?
Of Dexter, I hope I'm consistent with what it was in my video, but
If it's
off
not, we're
head.
human. Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. Off head, the if I'm starting at the bottom and working my way to the top, season 8 is by far the worst. It's not even close.
Oh yeah, and
Then
it's got good
season
moments too, though. It does.
it does. I mean, again, it's canon. It's the original Dexter. So like you still have Deb, you have everyone there that we love. It's just in terms of what made Dexter Dexter, this one felt the most stupid. For me, a big stain personally was Evelyn Vogel.
Yes, I don't like the character. I don't like it feels like Scream 3 with Roman, except I like that more. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. Like, why? Okay, I could have dug Evelyn Vogel as a character if they had introduced her earlier.
Like season
And
6 would be the time
yeah,
to do that, you know?
yeah, like a couple seasons before. But if you're telling me this in the final season of the show,
Yeah.
I just have a hard time with it. And also, I found her painfully annoying, to be completely honest. And that's not the actress's fault. That's just I think it was the writing of the season.
Yeah, because Charlotte Rampling's a legendary actress.
Yeah,
She's great.
she's wonderful. She's wonderful. It's not her. It's
I
just
even
the
love
page.
Yvonne, but I just don't like the way Hannah was written. She's very pretty to look at, though.
Yeah, I'm a big Hannah fan in all forms.
Yeah, no, I actually like it. I don't understand all the hate the character gets. I think it's interesting.
Same,
'Cause
same.
it's like she's a lot like Dexter, but she's also not. But
Yeah,
she keeps finding herself in these situations. I find it interesting. It's cool.
yeah. I think
Season
so too.
seven's one of my favorites by far, and I love how much you love it because that's such a good
Oh,
season.
I loved season 7. I don't off head just because it's been a bit. I'm currently rewatching them on season 2 right now, and I only went through it once. So like off head, I can't remember exactly where I stack it. We'll get there in a little bit,
Yeah.
but it's high up for sure from the original series. It's high up. Um, after I mean, I think the ending of Dexter was really obviously bad too. I kind
Yeah.
of in a sense understood what they were trying to go for, and I could dig it. I just don't love the way it went down on
I just feel like
screen.
if they did a different final shot, it would have with the same idea, but not him being a lumberjack in the middle of fucking nowhere. I feel
Yeah.
like it would have done better. Like
Yeah.
maybe even if they had thought of doing the cabin thing that they did in New Blood,
Yeah.
that would have been.
That would
And
have
I
been
love that they
better.
tried to fix it and they did a good job in New Blood and then boofed it again.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how you feel about New Blood
I like
personally.
it.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah.
I was even personally okay with the ending.
I also have a
Contentious.
deep personal connection to where it was filmed because I grew up there. I
Yeah.
lived in Shelburne Falls, Massachusetts for a year with my mother from 2008 to 2009.
Oh, okay.
So where Dexter's walking around is where I used to ride my bike. Those shops
Oh,
he's going into, I
wow.
used to go into. Friends of mine I went to middle school and elementary school with, their trucks are in the show. They're in the show. They're
Oh
extras
my
in the show.
God. That's
So
crazy.
yeah, and it's crazy because my mom died of cancer 7 years ago, and the last place she wanted to go to was there. So she never got to go back. And I moved down to Florida to be closer to my dad, who's 76 now. And the show was like revisiting that place for me. It's really cool because I got pictures of me and my mom in Shelburne Falls. Like it's
Oh,
awesome.
wow. Wow. So that adds a lot of sentimental value there
So I
for it,
love
I'm
New
sure.
Blood
Yeah.
personally. The
Yeah.
ending's sad, sure, but I'm glad they fixed it. It's Dexter. They're gonna find a way, and they fucking did. I knew they would.
Yeah. I think we'll probably get there in a little bit. I guess my question that maybe in corporate terms we'll put a pin in this. But like, are you willing to overlook? I guess we'll ask this later, but are you willing to overlook that ending and how they fixed it just to get to original sin? Um,
Yeah,
yeah, I think so. I mean, I think so too.
I
I
don't care
think,
how dumb it is. Because you
yeah,
know what? I've had some near-death experiences and some crazy luck like Dexter has. And
yeah,
I'm still here.
yeah,
So you could say it's not realistic all you want, but at the same time, there's definitely a force of something that's keeping the character alive, and that's based on something real.
yep,
And
yep,
that's like the best thing to tie back into the Scream thing. Like people would shit on Scream 4, for example, when Anthony Anderson gets stabbed in the
right,
head and he's like, ugh, and fuck Bruce Willis and then drops. But Wes Craven based that on something real. Just like
yeah,
Freddy Krueger. It was about these teenagers that were having these nightmares and they ended up dying from sleep deprivation. So he came up with Freddy Krueger by playing with a fork and a piece of pizza and got the face, and that was it.
That's crazy. I didn't even know that. That's crazy, actually.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wes
That's
Craven
pretty
was a
cool.
sweet person too. He just loved fucking making horror films.
Yeah.
More
I mean,
blood was his thing.
I feel like horror films must be fun to make. I'd
Oh
have
yeah,
to assume.
fun
Um,
and cheap.
yeah, for sure. But then after season 8, just to bring it back to that, after
Yeah,
season 8, I think it has to be season 6. For me, season 6 is on a very similar playing field to season 8. I
it's
was just
bad.
bored.
It's
Yeah.
bad, but there's moments that are my favorite in the entire show, like when Quinn and Batista smoke that joint, and
Yes.
and then they fist fight over
Yes.
LaGuardia, and it's fucking great. Like I actually sent a picture of that scene when we were watching it a couple weeks ago, or
Yeah.
about a month ago, to Desmond. And I was like,
Uh,
this is my favorite scene in the entire show, but it's a screenshot, a screen grab of just him hitting the joint.
it's so
And
good.
he hearted my message. Desmond's super nice too. That's another one. Shout out Desmond Harrington, Joey Quinn. He's the
Yeah.
bomb.
Yeah.
And also shout out to Rocky who commented. Thank you, Rocky. But yeah, man, like I really like some moments in season 6, and
Yeah.
overall as a season, it blows. Like it's just like gross for the sake of being gross at certain points. The main villain is shit.
Horrible.
Colin Hanks is no Tom Hanks. You know, when
No.
it comes to acting, he's not his
No.
father. He looks a lot like him.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
It's
He
weird how much
does.
he looks like his dad. It's almost like he's a clone. No, conspiracy
Yeah.
theorists, don't go there. But you know, I just think it's just not the best, and I think that every other season aside from 8 is above it.
Yeah, I think season 8 is a standout bad because it was very boring. The villain sucked.
Yes.
But
And
you're right. There
Rampling's
were some.
character makes it feel like a soap opera. I always say the last 4 seasons of Dexter are great to fall asleep to.
They are. They are. I liked 5. I liked 5 and
I like
7
5
a
and
lot.
7. Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, the only scene that I remember really loving outside of the smoking scene, which was really funny, was Deb discovering Dexter, but that was the last 30 seconds of the episode.
Right.
So
And then,
like,
then they really lead into it in season 7, which is why I
yeah,
love that. I love that she gets all these questions answered finally,
same.
which was a big problem I had with New Blood, is he's not telling Harrison enough, and I know the spirit of Deb or his crazy mind is keeping him from it.
Yeah.
But I really think that if he had just told Harrison the truth about what happened with Trinity and his mom from the beginning, unlike in episode 6 of Resurrection,
Right.
a lot of issues wouldn't be had. So, you
Yeah.
know, there's a lot there that can we can be bothered by, but there's also like hella good writing in this newest season. So it's
Oh
like
my God.
you want
Yeah.
to balance it out. I mean, look at the good, right?
Right. This I know I got a lot of slack for it. But I think Dexter Resurrection is my favorite just because of this. It goes back to what you said about New Blood. There's sentimental value, at least for me, in it because everywhere it was filmed, everywhere it was, that's where that's where I've been. And I also thought the story, the cast, all of it was great. We'll get there. But I think next on that ranking for me has to be season 3, and I haven't rewatched it yet. That is it could possibly change because again, I really did like Jimmy Smits as a character. I mean, as an actor and his
Yes.
character as well. I liked it, but I found it to be such a slamming of the brakes
Also,
from
Freebo,
seasons 2 and
Freebo,
1.
Freebo, 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 free. I never want to hear that fucking word
I
again,
know.
bro.
I know. It was so annoying. I thought the intro just to get set up to having of course for some reason I'm forgetting his name in the show, but Jimmy Smits'
Miguel
character
Prado.
Miguel Prado for having Miguel become a big part took a bit of time. So for the first few episodes, it was just like, what the fuck is going on with this story? I don't care that Dexter killed a guy and someone got upset. Like again, I watched it kind of quick, so I don't remember all the details, but I remember it just being it pumped the brakes so hard on the pace I loved from the first 2 seasons.
It makes
Um,
sense though too, because it's the ADA's little brother, and they're police. They're
yeah,
all part of the same family, if you will. So
Yeah.
of course
Yeah.
the department's affected by it, but I just don't think Dexter needed to take it into his own hands and formulate a friendship with Miguel and all that. And
I
I know it
know.
was just of Miguel discovering that he had killed Freebo, and Dexter was thinking on his feet in the moment, right?
Yeah.
But then there was the betrayal with the cow blood on the shirt that he gave to Dexter, saying that, you have this over me, so we're good, but really no. And that was the betrayal and the realization. I just feel like that could have been told better. But also watch season 3 after you watch season 8. Watch it out of order, and then you will love season 3.
Oh my God, I'm sure. I mean, look, to be fair, compared to season 8, the writing is spectacular still in season 3. It's not that it's a bad, I would never call it a bad season of TV.
No,
It's
there's some
just
stupid fucking moments like the
there,
Skinner. The entire
yeah.
character of the Skinner is stupid.
Skinner was such a waste of screen time.
Yeah.
But the overall story itself was fine. It was just such a different change of pace for most of it compared to the greats for me. So I'm glad they fixed that in later seasons. I mean, well, not later seasons, in like season 4 and I think 5 and 7 too.
What was the informant's name that Deb started dating? I can't remember.
I've in season 3.
Yeah, and
I
then
don't
she
know.
cheated on him with Lundy in the next season.
I
He was really good too. I really liked his house decor. Like I really loved the way the show looks in season 3. It actually still
Yeah.
feels like Florida. Later seasons don't.
I know. I know.
Like
Yeah.
from six to the end, it does not feel like Florida anymore. But the first 4, and actually no, 1 to 5 do. 5 feels like Florida still. 5 still has it.
Yeah, I guess I didn't realize until after I watched the show fully through that they stopped filming in Florida after season 1. I didn't realize that. So for me, it felt, and I used to visit Florida a lot, like a lot. I've been there over 22 times.
I'll
in
be
my
real,
life.
it's only a few shots and a few episodes of the first season too. Like the only one they really did was in front of the Colony Hotel for the ice truck killer scene.
Oh, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
I thought some more would, again, I don't know enough to say.
Most
but
of
I
it's
thought
just
more,
exterior shots. Like a lot of season 1 was still filmed in LA. I know that.
Oh,
I
wow.
know just some of it. Like there was like a couple days they filmed here, but then they moved it back to LA because I think it was too hot.
Yeah.
Which makes sense.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's definitely a lot. It gets super duper hot. Especially
you want to hear a fun
cameras.
fact about Original Sin?
Yeah.
So they did all of the principal photography and all that stuff here in Florida and Miami, right?
Mhm.
And then they filmed it in LA.
Really? Really?
I don't know why.
That's bizarre.
Yeah. We'll learn from having cast members on.
Wait. So they did the photography there. That's what you're.
But then filmed in LA.
That's so weird.
I know.
Oh,
It might be cheaper. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it. It feels like it'd be cheaper here, wouldn't it? Like
Yeah.
Florida's cheaper to film.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, that's so
you know what
weird.
else? You know what else doesn't make sense to me with the Paramount, the parent company?
Yeah.
The fact that they wouldn't dish out the money for Scream 6 to be filmed in New York City. They had to go to Canada, but they dished out the money for Dexter Resurrection to be filmed in New York City, and that's a TV show, not a fucking movie in the theater.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's weird,
That's a
right?
good point. It is weird. I'm not caught up on Scream in general, so I'm not too familiar with.
There's a 7th one coming out.
I did hear that. As a Scream fan, how do you feel about that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because I don't really know.
Well, the entire fan base is divided because of the Melissa Barrera thing. I'm not taking a side on it. I love Scream. I love the fact that Kevin Williamson, the creator of it, is directing it. I love the fact that they're bringing back Matthew Lillard as Stu. I don't give a fuck who fuck up the lore. It's the 7th movie in the franchise, which is what he said. It's true. It'll be nice it'll explain away all the freaking plot holes too.
What's the controversy around the McKay? I forget the name.
Melissa Barrera. She played Sam. She was the main character in the 5 and 6, and she said something about the people protecting the people in Palestine. Nothing about the military. Nothing about the government. It's just. And then Paramount said nope. And that was an entire violent, angry fan base online defending her, and she didn't ask for that. She seems like a genuinely sweet, kind person, and it's just like you can't even say shit on social media if you have a job.
You can't say anything. You can't, which is fucking crazy. Topic for another day, but it's fucking crazy how that works. It is.
I'm surprised I can say what I can say on this podcast. Like I'm so careful, but like still. I have to market it 18 plus, parental advisory stickers, all of that, because like at the end of the day, it's not for kids.
Nah, yeah. No.
And kids shouldn't
Yeah.
be watching Dexter and Scream anyway, and if they are, you're a bad parent.
I completely agree. I mean, I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's that can expose I don't know. I just think that exposes a lot into a kid's life that shouldn't be exposed
I saw
super
Scream 3
early.
at 6. I begged my sister to let me watch it. She was like, "No, you don't want to do this to yourself. You're gonna regret it." I was like, "Please, Jessica, please." And she let me. Finally, she just
Yeah.
got sick of me begging her. I regretted it for a long time. In my teenage years, I overcame the fear with love, and I chose to become a fan. And that's when
Yeah.
Scream 4 came out, so it was
Yeah.
perfect.
I'm not sure how old you are exactly, but
29.
okay. So we're like the same age. So when we were growing up, Live Leak was a big fucking thing. So
Mhm.
like all of my friends growing up, that was my exposure when I was young. They'd be like, "Yo, you want to see someone get rolled over by like a thing?" I'm like,
Oh
"What?"
yeah, the internet was
Yeah.
fucked up back
The
then.
internet was fucked up
One
back
man,
then.
one jar, two
Yeah.
girls, one cup. Your friends forcing you to watch it because they're fucked up. Yeah, our generation was fucked,
It
man.
was fucked.
It
So
was
like
so fucked.
yeah, that always gets to me is like, yeah, we shouldn't be watching this, but like when I was a kid, I still have PTSD from seeing some like I literally remember seeing a guy's face like flattened by a car on Live Leak, and I was like, dude,
Mm.
I'm 6
Yeah,
or however.
why is this being pushed to us, you know?
I know, I
Oh my
know.
God. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy world we're in, man.
Oh,
Crazy world
dude.
we're in. But back to Dexter,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I we could go on a whole rabbit hole on that.
yeah. Oh,
Um,
yeah.
so with the best seasons, what are your favorite moments of the best seasons of the
Um,
original?
one of my favorite moments is the conversation between Deb and Dexter when Deb finds out and they're outside and she's talking to him about it and she's like sick to her stomach. That's a big time favorite of mine. The
She
interact
asked, "Did you kill Trinity?"
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh God,
That
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 was
stuff
weird.
was
Excuse me.
bless you. That stuff was incredible to me. I mean, honestly, that's the kind of Dexter story that I'd love to swim in for as long as possible. So that is a definite number one. Another thing is Dokes and the pattern is you're going to see things about the manhunt. Dokes in his cell when he's talking to Dexter.
Oh, the
Uh,
moment where he calls him by his name.
yes, yes,
Oh,
wonderful moment,
and he's
wonderful
Dexter.
moment.
He knew he was gonna die.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
every time I rewatch it, I wish I could save him. Oh, hey, that's
I
another one.
know.
Eric King has been super fucking nice to us too.
Oh, yeah, I've
And
heard he's wonderful.
when he has the time, he's gonna come on too. He's just
Yeah.
running some shows on Broadway right now, so he's really freaking busy. But
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, when he comes on, you better say surprise, motherfucker.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
you
say
better.
it wrong on purpose so he corrects me. That's what I'm gonna
Is it
do.
surprise, mother father?
Yeah, yeah, mother forker. Is
Yeah,
that what it is?
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Say that again.
Is it surprise, motherfucker?
How do you say it again? Just tell me
Yeah, yeah,
quickly.
right. I'm sure
Yeah.
he'll do it anyway. It's his thing, you know. I,
Yeah.
I love that they had it in Resurrection too. That was great.
I liked it too. I liked it too. I think sometimes a cameo like that could be a little tasteless, but this one I liked a lot
It
because
was
it was
great.
great to see Eric King again.
Even if it
Um,
didn't make sense to the character at all.
no, no, it didn't make sense, but I didn't care. I was just
There's a
like,
hint of good in you. It's like,
I know.
what?
I was like, Dokes would never say that. But I like that they also acknowledged it too. And Dexter was like, this is clearly just me thinking this, or whatever
Yes.
he said, because like
Yes.
Dokes would never say that.
Yes. I
But it was
love
an
it.
excuse to get Eric King in, which was nice.
He
Do
had
you
that little
think?
cameo in New Blood too, when
Yeah.
Harrison got dropped off.
Oh
Voice
yeah.
cameo.
I forgot about that.
Mm-hmm.
Did you think that Dexter Dokes being killed off so early was kind of a detriment to the show?
Yes.
Same.
Because Quinn didn't become his own character until season 7.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate to say it like that, because first it was just the big tough guy asshole that's a dirty cop, and then he lost a bunch of weight, the actor, between season 4 and 5. No offense to Desmond, I hope he's all right. I love you, man.
Yeah.
He seems to be fine though. He might have just
He just
lost
lost it.
some
Yeah.
weight. Like he probably felt he was too big and changed his physique. There's nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
But like then it's he's in love with Deb and he's a sick puppy dog alcoholic, right? But
Yeah.
the entire story in season 7 between him and Nadia was so well done and like such a good arc that they even referenced it in Resurrection.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they were trying to pretend like those later seasons don't exist, like acknowledge them but not too much, like the vocal thing, right?
Right.
But like the fact that they did that, that was like one of my favorite lines of Resurrection. A great cameo too.
Yeah, it was a great cameo. It was great seeing him, and I hope they bring him back. In
And
general, I
C.S.
hope.
Lee as Masuka.
Yeah, it was great to see them. I hope they bring. If they don't bring Quinn back in season 2, I feel like a lot of what they teased with him in the picture, him and Masuka, was kind of for nothing. Personally,
I feel like they're going to.
I feel
He's
like they
he's
have
gonna
to.
know because it's already been brought up. Like
Yeah,
he's gonna have that oh shit moment that Batista had, and maybe Joey Quinn's gonna be the smart one that doesn't fucking get himself killed.
yeah. That's what I'm thinking. Cause like on one hand, it's to me, it's not as satisfying for it to be Quinn. I love Desmond Harrington. I love Quinn. But it's not the same as like a Angel Batista finding out about Dexter because
Right.
Quinn already knows
Yeah,
in
Quinn
some
already
extent.
knows. Well,
Yeah.
it certainly seems like self-defense to me.
Yeah.
But he knows. Like he's okay with what Dexter does because he knows, right?
Exactly. Quinn
And even Dexter saved his ass that one time when he fucking tried to do the same shit. So he
yeah.
remembers that. I
Like
love
Quinn
that.
Quinn knows to tread lightly and
Yes.
knows not, but I wonder how that's going to play
I love that
because
they got
now
away with ripping off that scene.
I know.
How
I
did they
know.
do that?
I have
And
no
get better
idea.
ratings?
I know. I have literally no idea. No idea.
It's just a little different.
Yeah,
It's in a
very little
car, not in a garage. Change the words a little bit.
Very true. Very
Man,
true.
that got me though. That fucking episode where they killed Batista, just going right into Mad World.
I
That
know.
was fucked up.
I know. I was freaking the fuck. I mean, look, I at that point I had an idea that they were gonna do it. I purposely stayed up till 1 that night just to watch it in film. Cause like
Same.
I was like in the back of my head, I was like, I think they're gonna do it, but like if they do it, it's gonna be fucked. And then they did it, and it still really shocked me. So like even though I saw it coming, I didn't really see it coming. So when it happened, I was pretty shocked by it. But I'm a little torn on how I feel about
It was
Batista
quick. It
dying.
was too
Yeah,
quick. I
yeah,
feel like it should have been a little longer. Now
yeah.
I do appreciate that Marcos, the director of that episode and many others, he felt horrible making that episode. That was
Oh,
really
I'm sure.
hard for all of them emotionally. In fact, actually David Zayas Jr., David
Hmm.
Zayas' son, they shared the role like they did in season 8, in this
Yeah,
season too. So there was a post that Junior put up, and I left a comment and I said R.I.P. La Passion and how hard it was to watch and how much Batista's our favorite character and yada yada yada. And
mm,
not only did Junior like the comment, but like it got like 200 likes. People really felt that.
yeah,
I've had some
yeah,
random ass comments like that blow up.
yeah. Some of them do, you know.
Yeah,
Some of the most random ones do.
it's always the random ones.
Yeah, always. It's never the ones you expect to blow up. Um, yeah, um, yeah. I don't know. I feel like him dying. I'm okay with him dying. I didn't think I would be, but I'm okay with it. It's just I think it's going to be a Dokes like situation
Where
where
they killed him off too
they
early.
killed him off just a little too early.
Yeah.
I'm okay with him dying. I'm completely okay with it if it's done right. And I do think it was done right, but I am a little concerned about where the show goes
And I feel
now.
bad for Batista. They completely assassinated his character. He acted
Yeah.
out of character even because he was in that position. You know what I mean? He caved
Yeah.
to it. He just
But
didn't care anymore. He was blinded by rage. He was
he
just
was
going to
blinded
take
by
Dexter out.
and he was right. Like
I
everything he
know.
said was right. It
Like,
wasn't
even
wrong.
Michael has said, Dexter's the villain. I don't know why you guys are rooting for him.
Yeah, I know.
It's
Dexter's
true.
not a good dude.
All
Not
he
a good
does is
dude.
lie, cheat, and steal.
Exactly. But
Lie.
his inner monologues deceive us
Yes,
too as
it pulls you
audience.
in. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because
One
have
of
you
my
ever seen
favorite.
go ahead.
What? No, what were you going to say?
Have you ever seen the edits of like of like people like taking out the inner monologues and it's just Dexter like looking like for a while at things and it's like, okay, this would never happen in real life. I
Yeah,
don't-
because obviously something's off about that dude.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Clearly.
Obviously, Dokes. So every other cop in the precinct is just a fucking idiot. Is
I
really,
know.
it's just Dokes. They
I
figured
know.
it out. And then LaGuardia took her a long ass time.
Yeah, that one made no sense to me. When it came to her, it was great to see she eventually figured it out.
Yeah.
That's why I loved season 7 so much, but it
And I
did
love the episode titled Surprise Motherfucker.
yeah, that was a wonderful episode. That was a great episode. Um, yeah, yeah.
But LaGuerta figuring it out is one of your reasons why it's your favorite season.
Oh yeah, anything that has to do with the people we know getting close to Dexter and the drama that comes from that is my favorite elements of Dexter. Anything, any even sprinkles of that in the story is what I like. And the seasons that really kind of ignored that or just didn't make that more of a priority. I'm not going to say they were bad because I don't think they were bad. It just didn't speak to me as much as the ones that did. If that made sense. I think every
Yeah.
season touched on it a little bit.
A little bit. There's always an instance of him almost getting caught at some point or another, right?
Yeah, but I only care about when it's like the big dogs, like when
Yeah.
it's like Deb, Rita.
I'm glad Rita never found out, honestly. I
Me
really
too.
am.
Me
Because
too.
that would have destroyed her.
Yeah, I think it would have been good to have her in the show for a while, but also you can't have her in too long without knowing before then it becomes a problem. So I know her actor Julie Benz was like really pissed that she died
She's
in
hurt.
season 4,
And then
which I get.
they replaced Julie with the Julia. Like
I
I'd be
know.
pissed. I would be pissed.
I know.
Really? You're gonna kill me off and then replace me with a blonde Julia? Really?
Yeah, I feel bad for that, but like as a viewer, I think Rita died when she should have died.
Yes, agreed.
So I don't I sympathize with an actress like who liked the show
Same.
wanting to stay in it. I get that. But like if it doesn't serve the story, it doesn't serve the story.
Right.
I don't think Rita should have stayed any longer.
And I think she does agree with that too, though.
Yeah.
And that's
yeah.
where it's like confusing is just because she was hurt doesn't mean she disagrees where the story went. Like that was the best season of TV of all time until
Oh,
Resurrection
yeah.
came along, honestly.
Yeah.
I think season 4 is better than any season of Breaking Bad just because
Okay.
of John Lithgow's Trinity Killer, man. He was so good. He was so
Yeah.
good at playing this emotionless, scary fucking dude with all these different layers.
Oh, yeah.
And I just love the way that he gets one over on Dexter in the end, and Dexter thinks he was on top. Like
Yeah.
that's scary.
It is. It wrapped a bow on the whole thing really well too. And it wasn't even just like at the finale for that season to be good. It was from start to finish. It was just a wonderful season.
Every time I watch season 4, my eyes are glued. I can't look away.
I know. I think for me, like having Lundy in the picture is a big part of that too.
Him coming back, that was so cool.
I loved Lundy. I wish they had a little bit more with him because he was phenomenal.
What do you think? Do you think he knew?
I think he had an idea, but didn't concretely know.
Seemed like he was okay with it.
Yeah, I think there was something there that made him interested in Dexter and was yeah. I don't know. I don't know that he fully knew, but I think he had a good idea.
Because even like the books that were written about James Dokes, right? Like in Resurrection, they show Harry's reading the lines to him saying, "A modern day avenging angel."
Yeah.
And that's what people are left thinking about what the Bay Harbor Butcher did.
Yeah.
Somebody like Lundy, a seasoned FBI guy who people have been slipping through the cracks of all these years. You think he wouldn't be okay with what Dexter does? I think he knew full well what he was doing.
Yeah.
There's hints of it in there. Same with Camilla. Camilla knew.
Oh, yeah. She had to know. Yeah. Fully.
Because she buried those files. It all made sense.
Yeah.
There's layers. There's things that happened. You know, there's years of it all. It's all there.
Yeah. Those are the elements I wish we got to see a little more of in the show.
Like season 2 of Original Sin would be the place to start planting those seeds, right?
100%.
I think 100%. Matthews knows too. Remember when he killed that hooker?
Matthews had to know. Yeah, Matthews had to know. He was so in season 7, that was the one thing. And again, I watched it quick, so it kind of blurs a little bit for me.
No, there's a bunch of evidence there, and he decides to ignore it and try to cover it up.
Yeah, with everything he knew, too. With everything he knew about Dexter, with everything he knew about Harry, he had to in some way.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way
including Quinn, I think all of these characters are okay with it.
Yeah.
Because even though it's wrong and it's illegal and it's like not okay, you have somebody that's fixing the system by taking out the scum.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I think where it goes wrong, obviously, which is a big point of the story, is the collateral damage. But the concept of it on paper, of doing what he does, I think most people would be for. Like, I that's what makes the show really interesting, because when it works, it really works. And it's almost like, how could you arrest someone who does that? But then when it doesn't work, it
Oh, and then he
really
kills Coach
fucking
Logan, a complete innocent, out of nowhere, and gets away with it.
that
Oh, it
that
was
was my
self-defense.
biggest.
He shot at you, dude. You were already in a cell, and
Yep.
you right. So, like, I mean,
That alone, that moment alone was my biggest problem with
so
New
dumb.
Blood.
They just
Everything
completely
else.
assassinated Angela's character to make it happen.
I
That's how they
know.
did it. It's just because of the ketamine thing. But
I
that, you
know.
know what it was? It was to promote Michael's band. It was to promote the song. One little retcon, and it pissed off the entire internet to a point where they had to make Original Sin and fix that retcon and then keep it in Resurrection. Seriously, they did.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that. That's a good point.
Mhm.
Oh
All
my
for a fucking
God.
song. Why do you think they did one season? Clyde's
Yeah.
been saying, I only had Michael C. Hall for one season. Michael wanted to do his band and focus on his band. They made 2 albums. They're almost on their releasing the 3rd.
Do you
That's what
like
he's been up to in between.
do you like their music? I haven't listened to a lot of it.
No, it's very like David Bowie-esque.
It's
A lot of it.
eclectic.
Yeah, I like it. It's deep.
Yeah.
They're talking about things through like metaphors and shit going on in the world. I appreciate that. Like I
Yeah.
really like stuff like that because we do it. We talk about the dreaming insomniacs, right?
Yeah.
So we're always talking about shit like that in our music too. So I really appreciate when it's good music, number one, and number two, when it means something.
Yeah. I've never sat down to listen to one of their albums full through, but what I have heard is pretty good.
It's heavy.
It's yeah. It's an
not heavy
eclectic
metal.
sound.
It's heavy emotional. You're
Yeah.
gonna feel shit. So be
Yeah.
prepared.
100%. I do, one of these days, I do really want to sit down and listen. They were just playing in New York City the other night, and I was like, fuck, I wish I got to listen to a little bit more, because I would have went.
You
I didn't.
should follow the account on Instagram, go and see them, and started correspondence with them. They respond. They're really fucking nice.
That's good to hear. Yeah, that's good to hear. I do follow them on Instagram, I think. I
Yeah.
hope
And
so.
next time they have a show,
I
shoot
gotta
them
add
a
that.
message. Try to get over there, you know?
Yeah.
Tell them you just did the Dreaming Insomniacs podcast and you can't wait to see them on there.
I like that. All right, I like that. That I will.
Awesomeness.
Yeah. That I will, man.
What did you think of like the actors who played the younger characters in Original Sin? Do you think they did a good job?
Oh, I thought they were wonderful. I thought they were really good. I thought Patrick Gibson was great. I thought, and he, honestly, he's the only one off head whose name I know.
Molly Brown is Deb.
Molly Brown is Deb. I actually thought she was maybe the best. Personally, I really liked her. I think she leaned into Deb's character really well. I liked Harry's
Slater.
actor Slater. Yeah, I liked Slater a lot. But he didn't. I don't know that I think anyone. I don't think anyone on earth can replace Remar.
Nobody can.
Even though Slater was good, I actually, as a matter of fact, Harry Morgan's story was my favorite part of Original Sin.
Yeah, I actually like that retcon, that they made him more of a loving dad and less of an abusive one.
Same. I liked that a lot.
Because that retcon fixes a line in season 1 when the DCF people come to the house at Rita's house, and he's like, well, I had a good foster dad, and there was no abuse there. It fixes that,
yeah,
which is really cool.
Yeah.
Because the rest of the show after that fucked that up.
I know. That's true.
Especially adding Vogel as a character to the whole thing. I mean, think about it. You have a cop that's corrupt, that's going to a psychopath whisperer to try to train this kid to be a killer that only kills serial killers because there was a way not to do that.
I know. That's why I can't stand Evelyn Vogel for that reason.
Yeah.
Everyone else I thought was really great. I just didn't like Patrick Dempsey.
Yeah, he's not a good villain. He's a better hero character.
It's that for sure, but it's also just in general, I felt that arc was just unnecessary for a first season of a show. As it is, it felt like it became more of a Dexter spectacle, or almost like Dexter was like a superhero by the guy being the captain of the police. I really, really didn't like what
Oh yeah, and the
that
fight at
did.
the end, how did he win that? Like
I couldn't stand
he was
that.
like 3 times his age. Like he can beat his ass.
Yeah,
Growing little 20-year-old.
and Dexter became he became like a professional swimmer, scuba diver at the end because he had to go underwater and like open everything, and it was like a
And then
Mr. Beast
breathe, give
challenge.
the kid a breath of air, and then go
Yeah,
up. And
it was
that looked weird.
it looked weird, and again, I liked what they did with Dexter. I liked Patrick Gibson. I liked it all, but moments like that, I'm like, this doesn't feel like
Right.
Dexter to me.
Or
It
when he's
wasn't
throwing the
bad.
body in the dumpster. It's like,
Yeah,
really? You're gonna get caught doing that. Even if it's 1991, they still got fingerprints. They still got fucking traces.
yeah,
Look at what happened with Harrison when he did that in Resurrection, the very next season they made.
yeah,
Think about that.
yeah.
Which almost looks like they're addressing that, if we're gonna be honest, right? Because Harrison puts the body parts in the trash. They find it right away.
Yeah,
It almost feels like they knew they fucked up with that. And we're like, oh shit, here, let's fix it in this one.
yeah, because it's not realistic.
No.
My favorite things in stories are when stories feel real, like they feel like they could be real.
You know what scene did though? When he broke into the horse stable to get the M99.
Yeah,
That was really good tension, really
Yeah.
good buildup, and it felt like that could really happen.
yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. That's a good moment.
And the slice of pie, that was funny.
Yeah. That was great.
I think James Martinez was perfect as young Batista.
Oh, he was almost a splitting image in looks and acting. Like
And it's
they
funny.
were very similar.
He's been friends with David Zayas for years.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and he felt like an imposter syndrome doing this, right? And the person that gave him the go ahead, you can do this, you are Batista, was actually Jennifer Carpenter, because they went to college together.
Oh,
They went to acting school together back in the day.
I didn't know that.
And she said, "No, you're Batista. You got this."
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Jennifer's the shit.
Yeah, she seems great. She seems like she's great.
I love her character in White Chicks. It's so different from Dexter, and it's so funny.
Fun fact, I have never seen that movie.
Really?
Ever. No.
Oh, you want a good laugh?
I've heard
the
that.
Wayans brothers are funny as shit. That's why I love the first two Scary movies, man.
Oh yeah. Well, aren't they coming out with a new scary movie with the Wayans
They're
brothers?
back, and they're not gonna make anything like PC shit. It's gonna be the same type of humor, which is great.
Good, because I'm so sick of fucking. You know what? Actually, on a quick side note, a comedy movie that came out that is away from the PC bullshit that we've gotten out of comedy lately. Have you seen the Naked Gun movie, the new Naked Gun one?
Yes.
That's actually a good
it didn't
rehash.
Tear into offensive territory, right? It was
No,
good. Pamela Anderson looks great. Fucking, she had everything removed.
I know.
She don't look like a plastic doll. She looks like a human.
I know.
Her acting is better.
I liked that movie. Yeah, it didn't go offensive raunchy, which is fine. That's the kind of comedy I like personally.
I would have expected that from Seth MacFarlane's team, though. So I'm really happy they went with what they went with. It was a great follow-up.
It was tasteful. It wasn't like PC at all. It was a good return to comedy, and I hope that's the step for other comedy to go back that way. Because man, it was a while where there wasn't good shit. This
Gary,
Naked Gun was great.
I'm so glad you brought this up because it actually ties in. It does. The scary movie thing. So David Zucker recently came out saying they didn't ask me to make this new Naked Gun movie. You know, a movie he made for a studio that he doesn't own.
Yeah.
And he's pissed, right? well, the Weinsteins asked David Zucker to direct Scary Movie 3 with the Wayans brothers' idea back in 2003. So now that he's not being asked things and he's not getting money, he's upset, right?
Right.
Well, maybe David Zucker shouldn't have done that, huh?
Yeah, that's a good point.
Asshole.
That's a good point.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You ever see Scary Movie 3? They added a bunch of racist humor to it. That's all they did. They took the Wayans brothers' idea and added a bunch of racist humor. Made it PG-13.
That was like majority of that movie.
Yeah.
Scary Movie 3. That was a majority of it.
Yeah. I think the only funny scene in that whole thing, like so funny, is the wake scene where Simon Rex is like, "It's a wake!" And
My favorite in Scary Movie 3, I think it's Scary Movie 3, is the scene where the cop's hat just keeps getting bigger. I don't know why, but to this day, I think about that all the time. Such a good movie. That's such a good scene.
Yeah.
I didn't love Scary Movie 3. 1
No,
and 2
the
were
aliens though
fantastic.
too, when they're peeing through
Yeah.
their fingers and kicking them. This is how we
Yeah.
say hello. This is how we say goodbye. Like, so funny.
Yeah, it was good. It was not nearly as good as the first two, but
No.
I didn't like Scary Movie 4.
I didn't like too much actually compared to the first one. The first one's my favorite. I think
First one is
it's
phenomenal.
classic. So funny.
You know what's a
Watch it
good
anytime.
You know what's a good airplane? Jesus Christ, I just gave it away. You know what's a good Zucker film though? Airplane. Yeah, I love that movie. I say what you want about Zucker himself, but that one is, I think, one of the funniest.
That was when he was younger, before he turned into an asshole.
Yeah,
You know? That movie's
that's
funny.
true. That movie.
And also, I think it's funny that with The Naked Gun, they had Leslie Nielsen, son, played by Liam Neeson. Because when you see those names on the
it's
screen,
so similar.
You can get them confused. Yeah.
Yeah,
and they paid enough homage to it too.
They did. It's such a funny scene when he's talking to his dad, like praying to his dad,
and they're all doing it.
All doing. And the OJ Simpson thing, dude. That's it. I didn't think I would like it. I know this has nothing to do with Dexter, but like, I loved that movie for it being what it was. I thought it was really good. Yeah, same. It was a good rehash for comedy.
Yeah, Good Fortune looks pretty good with Keanu as the angel and Seth Rogen and Aziz is directing it, playing a character in it too. Yeah, that looks pretty good. It came out last month, so I didn't hear anything about it.
Oh yeah,
but that looked funny.
This did look good. This did look good. I gotta look this up later.
I might just wait till it comes to VOD or whatever, because I really didn't want to. After the whole comedy festival thing they all did in what was it, Saudi Arabia?
Yeah,
he was one of them. Aziz was one of them. So I really don't want to give them money after that. People who did that.
Yeah,
it's like, not okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't take that money.
No,
I'm sorry. I believe in free speech. That country don't.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, but what can you do? That movie looks hilarious, so I'm definitely gonna watch it at some point.
Yeah, I want to check that out. I'm flagging that for later.
Because Keanu as an angel, is that not perfect?
That's hilarious. He fits that bill perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I like Seth. I'm not a huge Seth Rogen fan, but I like him.
He used to make great comedies. I don't know what that pickle movie was. That was fucking weird.
Yeah, that was weird.
And Sausage Party overstayed its welcome after about 10 minutes.
It did. I was a big Pineapple Express fan, though. That's like one of my favorites.
I love that movie. I find it weird that David Gordon Green went on to make the last 3 Halloween movies.
Did he really?
Yeah, the director of Pineapple Express. That's why they have that joke, I got peanut butter on my penis in that Halloween 2018, because Danny McBride also co-wrote it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all the Halloweens as of late. I'm a pretty bad. It's so weird. I make like
just
horror.
Don't waste your time, man. The original's the best one.
The original is the best one. I've seen Zombies 2018 one. I've seen that.
So you have seen the 2018 one.
Okay, but then who'd you say the director was?
That's David Gordon Green. That's director of Pineapple Express.
Oh,
2018 is the one with the joke with the peanut butter on my penis.
I thought it was Rob Zombie, or was that
Rob
earlier?
Zombie was before that. It was 10
That's
years
what
before.
I meant. Sorry, that's what I meant.
2007.
2007. See,
Mm-hmm.
I have real problems.
No,
2007. Okay. That's the one I'm talking about. I didn't even realize. Oh, they do. They do.
I liked his first remake. I do think they did too much humanizing of Michael Myers in the first half, and there's not enough Halloween later. But I think what he did with the second one is completely original, but fucking terrible.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think Rob Zombie should write his own movies.
Yeah.
At all. I think he should direct and just have somebody else write it. Like Aaron Sorkin could write a Rob Zombie movie, and then he could make a Best Director winning film. I'm not even joking.
That's a good point. That's actually a very good point.
I'm serious. Like,
Zombie's great as a director.
Great visual filmmaker, terrible writer. All of his characters are fucking dumb rednecks. That's always what it is. It's always. I'm sick of it.
Always. Devil's Rejects was not my favorite. House of a Thousand Corpses was good, but not my favorite either.
Yeah. Not my favorite.
Did he write? Yeah.
Yeah, he wrote and then he wrote the Halloween remakes too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he should not write his own films. Ever.
Yeah. I watched his Joe Rogan podcast. I know we are so off topic of Dexter, but
oh god, claiming like he's a victim of the Weinsteins. Fucking
yeah. I watched all that. It was interesting to hear how it seemed to be for him, that experience of
Mhm.
making that movie.
Yeah, but he's not
But
one of the women that got sexually assaulted by Harvey Weinstein. Okay,
exactly,
like what the fuck?
exactly, exactly.
Making
I
people from
agree.
Massachusetts like me look bad, Rob Zombie. I also worked Rockville in 2023, and his projector wasn't working, so he had a bitch fit on crew and freaked out, and everybody in the
Really?
audience could hear him. He didn't come back for 2024. He did this year, and he sounded terrible.
Really?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So I guess he's kind of an asshole.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't
Sorry,
know that.
Rob Zombie. Maybe you could be nicer to people, and this won't happen.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. All it takes is being nice. That's
Oh
it.
yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Literally, that's what I'm saying. Like the Dexter people are great. The people I've talked to from Scream are great. Jamie Kennedy's been a great friend to me. Like I said, Rose McGowan just responded to me. Hopefully, we can get her on here.
That'd be great.
Like that's it's just like all these good people in the industry do exist. So what's the point of being an asshole? You're not
Yeah.
gonna get good things happening, you know?
Yeah, I agree. I
Yeah,
agree completely.
that's how I look at it.
Yeah.
So is there anything that you want to like say about the Dexter stuff to get back to it?
Oh
Or any
yeah,
like
sorry.
topics?
I know we went off
I'm ADHD as fuck. It's okay.
same. So am I. Um that's a good how did you feel about Resurrection overall? Like where would you rank Resurrection in terms of the whole show?
I think it's the best season.
Really? Okay, so
Yeah,
you agree with we're in the same boat.
have been the whole time. I
All right.
think I can overlook the inconsistencies and the things that bother me
Same.
to enjoy it. Like when Scream 5 first came out and they fucked up the entire lore by talking about things that weren't established before and screwing it up because they got James Vanderbilt to write it.
Yeah.
Now he's story by only, so I got that motherfucker fired. Let's not talk about that though. Yeah, no, that's actually why Zodiac is like you can't really enjoy the movie Zodiac because it's like who are they siding with that movie? James
Yeah.
Vanderbilt wrote it. Like I don't
Yeah.
trust it. But yeah, so like that's one of the things that bothered me about Scream 5 was that writing. To tie back into that is like
Right.
you gotta be able to do a retcon or fix something and do it right. And even if Resurrection had a couple points in the beginning where they assassinate Angela's character and do all that with the, self-defense bullet thing, I can get over that and the whole
Same.
contrived Resurrection thing to enjoy the whole season as a whole. It feels more like a movie now than a
Yeah.
TV show. I like that. I
Me
love the
too.
production. The gore scenes are graphic and really gross and make me uncomfortable. It looks too real.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the first couple episodes with the beheadings looked really real, like the one in the car.
Yeah.
That was pretty crazy.
And when Harrison's chopping up the body in the kitchen, it's like,
Yeah,
oh,
that is true. That one
that's the
looked
most
like
they've ever shown.
yeah. Yeah, they never for the most part, other than maybe season 6, they never really showed a lot in Dexter. So like you could watch it if you're not a big gore freak and still really enjoy the show for the most part, except for now Resurrection and
That will give kids nightmares. I'm sure it
yeah.
will.
Yeah, that one
Resurrection will.
yeah, that was pretty gross
Yeah.
in the beginning.
Yep.
But again, I agree completely with you. Like I'm willing to overlook a detail like that or in the beginning even though I thought it was fucking stupid, the self-defense argument thing, and Angela and all of that stuff. I actually to the point where until you brought it up, I kind of forgot about that because like it matters because we needed to hear it. But in terms of what we got, it was such a minuscule detail
Yeah,
that
'cause
I
by the
don't
time we
care.
get to
Yeah,
episode Call Me Red and we
yeah,
see the whole Prater gathering and the hanging out between Dexter and Lady Vengeance and NYC in Central Park, that's the best episode I think of TV. And it's an
yeah.
hour long. And did Marcos direct that? I believe he did. Yeah,
I
Marcos
think he
Siega did a
did.
great job directing that episode. It feels like a film, like a whole
Yeah.
movie in one episode, right? I really liked Correction Course too. Um, I do feel like there was a couple filler episodes in the mid to later part of the season.
Yeah, there was a couple. There was a couple filler, but I would argue that even the filler, at least for me, was better than a lot of TV shows' best episodes. Personally,
I
that's
do too.
different. That's different for, I'm not saying it was a masterpiece, but I'm comparing that to some shows that aren't the best either. So
I
like,
also think watching it week to week kind of fucked me up a little bit too, because there was cliffhangers after every single episode. And it's like when you rewatch it, it's a better experience. So I have a different opinion on rewatch because it's a different flow thing, you know?
yeah, yeah.
And I like it more.
This is the first time for me that I watched a Dexter season episodically. I'm not sure about you. But for me,
Okay.
this is brand new. And I don't know if there's part of it, though I agree on a binge, I think it's better because you
I
get the whole
started with New
story.
Blood.
Oh, okay. Okay. I I think there's something about I think maybe the reason I found it to be so special is because I watched it episodically, but then I
Mhm.
went back and rewatched it and I was like, "Nah, I don't think so. I think it's just genuinely a very good season of TV."
Yeah,
Like,
and
yeah,
you could see the overarching thing while it was happening. I was just like, fuck, why do I have to wait another week? Like
I
every
know.
single week.
I know. So I'm glad after rewatching it that it wasn't just that spectacle of watching it week to week and getting rage baited by by a cliffhanger.
Now,
But
also, when
yeah.
you're the same age as me, so when season 5 of Breaking Bad aired, you were watching that on TV, right?
No, unfortunately not. I found out about Breaking Bad
Later.
shortly after. Yeah.
So I hopped on right as season 5B started to air before it. So I caught up on all the seasons and then I was
Uh
watching it week to week. So the feeling of waiting to find out what happened between the episode before Ozymandias and what happened there,
oh, I
finding,
couldn't
oh, what what
imagine.
what what happened to Hank? Where's Gomi? Everything. Like we were all freaking out at school, not knowing, right?
Oh, I couldn't imagine. I
I
couldn't
haven't
imagine.
felt that feeling since that happened, and I did for the week to week with this season, especially with the one before Batista dies and after, like the
Yeah.
finale. I
Yeah.
have I fucking watched the leak. I did
Yeah,
it.
I had to do it too. I had to
I
do it
had to
too.
know.
People in my comments were commenting the spoilers of it. And so I had to moderate because I didn't want people to see it. So I was deleting them.
Hmm.
So I read all of it. And then after I read it, I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm just gonna find it. I'm gonna watch it. Cause like
Yeah.
I now I know, and now I feel like I can't wait to see it because I read it. And then I explained that in my video. Not that it really matters. I explained that in my video, and people were like, "Well, you shouldn't have seeked it out." I was like, "I didn't seek it out.
People
I had to
spoiled
like,
it.
yeah,
Yeah.
someone spoiled it, and then
Yeah.
I seeked it out." But anyway,
And there
whatever.
was some things that weren't translated right. So
Yes,
it
yes.
was better when it actually aired.
It still felt new. It
I
still
do
felt
feel
new.
like it kind of fucked up my first viewing of the final episode on Paramount, though, a little bit.
Oh yeah, 100%. I think if that leak happened and a lot of people saw it online, I know it's a business. They don't typically do this, but they should have just dropped the episode because they
Yeah.
ruined it for a lot of people.
Did you know that they probably leaked it on purpose? It always
Really?
comes from within. Somebody, how do you think that got out there? Somebody in Paramount sent that out. They were only sending the
Yeah,
first four
that's
episodes out to screeners.
that is true. That is a good point.
Like,
That
they
is a
do
good
that
point.
shit for hype, man.
Yeah,
Seriously.
I remember
'Cause-
when the screeners went out and everyone got up to episode 4, they were like, "This is great. I hope it doesn't get worse or whatever." I was really concerned that they only gave those first 4 because the rest were shit.
No, it
But
was the other way. The first
yeah,
four were the worst episodes, and it
I
just got
know.
better as it went going. Oh
I
God,
know.
such a good season.
That's why when it hit episode 5, I was like, "Oh, this is my favorite season of Dexter." Because
I
like
was watching your reviews week to week, and I was like, yes, he agrees. I can't wait to interview him.
but back to what you're saying with Breaking Bad. No, I didn't watch it episodically, but Breaking Bad, well, Better Call Saul technically, but was one of the last shows where I felt that way about. I never felt it for The Walking Dead, like ever. Um, I, I that feeling that you felt towards the end of season 5B of Breaking Bad, I equate that to like the best of the best. If you could feel that way, something is working perfectly.
Hmm.
And I think I didn't feel that way. There were a lot of moments in Dexter throughout the show when I binged it that I loved. I loved it. It's one of my favorite shows of all time. But I don't know that I had as much of a high anticipation and adrenaline for every episode as I did for Resurrection. Like Resurrection was in a different league, at least for that for me. Four was like that 100%. Just I don't
But
know.
but the thing is, like, I do enjoy Resurrection more than 4, especially on rewatches, because 4 feels like it's made for TV.
Yes.
right? It feels like it's
Yes.
made for TV, whereas Resurrection feels like it's a 10-hour movie,
Yeah.
and they have the budget behind it too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's that difference too. It's just I find it more enjoyable to watch Resurrection, but season 4 is so fucking good with that writing and John
Oh
Lithgow and
God.
all
Yeah.
of the elements. Lundy, Christine Hill, she was great. I can't remember her name. Brandon Routh's wife. She
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah.
Like there's so many layers, and there's some dumb stuff. I think the vacation murderers, the girlfriend, Johnny Rose, and what's her face's name? She's a terrible actress. She was bad. There's some bad actors in Dexter. The Dark
Yes.
Passenger was terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry to say, but his
Yeah.
line delivery, he was too loud. He was peaking the fucking mic.
Yeah. He
So
was.
some of his line delivery was okay, but some of it just came off as corny as fuck.
You know what? It is funny you say that he was peeking the mic. I did notice that and was like, was that my TV?
No.
And it's like, yeah, I guess if you clip the mic and if they're not using like 32-bit float, I guess like
Yeah.
something. I guess that
No,
could happen.
I
Yeah.
did we for audio engineering school because I'm in audio engineering school. We did for production studio production. We did the voices and Foley and music for the scene in Finding Nemo, Shark Bait.
Oh.
I played Gil, so you know I had to figure out my Willem Dafoe, you know.
Mm.
But I made him more Boston, so I said, you know, get over here, you know. It's not the greatest, like, can the spider come out to play? Okay, that's a little better.
That was halfway there. That was pretty good. It was pretty good.
Hold on. Avenge me! I'm just quoting Spider-Man now because that's his fucking best character, I think.
Oh,
That
yeah.
and Boondock Saints.
Yeah,
I
Boondock
don't know.
Saints is great. That's a
I
freaking
can't even
great
quote
movie.
that movie here. I'll get canceled.
I know.
Yeah.
It's such a good movie.
Such a good movie. Such a good. I love that movie. And Norman Reedus, like it's before he was Daryl Dixon, man.
Yep.
Yep.
That was Norman Fetus back in the
Norman
day.
Fetus. Yeah, he does look like a little
Knee
one.
slapper. It's a stupid knee slapper.
And then also, fucking what's his face from season 8? Elway is the other one.
Yeah.
Doesn't look the same.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So ties back into Dexter, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, season 7. Back to that. You know who I love is what's his name? Serco, right?
Oh, I loved Isaac Serco. I wish we got a little bit more time with him.
Yeah. What's his name again? He just died too. He was in Star Wars.
I forget the actor's name. I was just looking into him the other day too, and now I can't.
Oh wait,
remember.
I already remember it. I was looking it up. It's Ray Stevenson.
Ray Stevenson.
He's so good.
He was wonderful. I thought that was when I first watched it. Well, I only watched it once so far, but when I first saw him in the beginning, I thought it was going to be boring. And I didn't really like what they were doing with Serco. And after a couple episodes, he became one of my favorites of all time.
You know what bothered me though on this rewatch of season 7 was when Dexter kills Serco's boyfriend in the airport and he goes into that back room. You can clearly see cameras on the roof right there, and that's being recorded, man. What are you doing?
Yeah, that was my biggest concern with Resurrection, actually, just because there's CCTV all over.
It so well.
They did.
They addressed it so well. I didn't think they were gonna, because they had to, right?
Yeah,
I was worried about it too.
Because I was like, there's no way you're gonna make your setting New York City and not have that big plot hole, because there are fucking cameras everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere in New York
do make
City.
that clear. I mean, even when Batista's following them, taking pictures of them with his phone.
Yeah.
It's there.
Yeah. But you know what I like about that setting is exactly what Dexter said in the episode where he kidnaps Bobby Bacala from Sopranos. And
also, extended cameo, not even a role.
Yeah.
Waste of an actor, just like
I know.
Michelle Gellar in Original Sin.
I know. But the reason I like New York City as a setting is because yes, there's that CCTV concern,
but nobody gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck. Like, I don't know if you were aware, there was a shooting on 53rd, a couple blocks actually from where I used to work. There was a shooting there a couple months back. This guy walked in with an assault rifle into the building. No one fucking saw him on the streets. And this is Park Avenue. If you're familiar with Park Avenue, it's a busy street.
What is everybody on their fucking phone?
Yep. That's the problem. I mean, so my building that I used to work, I mean, actually today's my first day unemployed, but not really, but my building I used to work in.
Good things are coming.
Exactly. My building that I used to work in was on Park Avenue. So I worked there every day. no one pays attention. And that's what I like about Dexter Resurrection in general, is because they acknowledge that it's a great place for a killer because people have their heads up their asses, which you wouldn't think is the case, but
Right.
you're hidden in plain sight. It's a great setting for Dexter.
I agree 100%. Now, with the
Yeah.
way they ended it, where do you think they're going to go? Do you think they're going to stay in New York, or do you think he's going to go and find all these killers and maybe go back to New York to check on Harrison? I don't know what they're going to do.
That's a good question. I think they're gonna have to stay in New York a little bit because Harrison's gonna be there. Even if that means the B plot is just New York City Harrison. Um, I don't know. I think it'd be a little goofy if Dexter is just catching flights to all these areas or driving to all these areas, and that's what it is. Because I think part of what made Dexter Resurrection so good season 1 was the New York City setting. So if you have a big chunk of it outside of the city, not that it's going to make it bad because the writing is what made it good, but I think it takes away from some of the edge that drew a lot of people into the show. Unless they do it right. I don't know.
Yeah.
I really don't know how they're going to do. They're obviously they're setting that up to be some part of what he does.
Well, he needs to take out Al right away. Like,
Yes. Yeah. He needs to take out Al. I think his monologue, though, in that ending episode about him needing Blessing and Harrison makes me think it's going to be still a New York City story, but like maybe he'll just have the itch to get Al or something, and maybe he'll go, or I don't know. I don't know.
what's
I'm not
cool
sure.
is too they filmed more than they showed in the show about Blessing and his backstory. I know that because we
Yes.
obviously interviewed Antade. And maybe they can elaborate more on that stuff. You know, the stuff that
Yeah.
was cut that he really wanted to be in there. Maybe they could elaborate more on that. Shout out
I
to Antade, by the way. Everybody go follow him. Beware of time on Instagram.
Yeah, see, I wish they did a little bit more with him because I did like Blessing. I've said it in my reviews. I did like Blessing, but he was the one character where every time I cut to him, I'm like, where is this going? And I think if they gave a little bit more, that could have easily been avoided.
And if he wasn't such a
Easily.
nice person, like, and hadn't separated his darkness, he would fit the fucking code.
Oh, he would. He would 100%. I was actually excited because I thought maybe that's where they were going to go with, like, I don't know about the Ripper, but maybe just like a side villain or
Yeah.
something. I like
I'm also
Blessing,
glad they
but
didn't because I love Blessing.
yeah, me too. I do really like Blessing. I think he's a great character. I just hope they give his character maybe a little bit more purpose in terms of the narrative of the show. Because yes, I get what they said at the end where Dexter's like, I need a blessing. I need someone like him in my life. I 100% get that. But I think they need to give us a reason to care a little bit more because they cut to him way too much to the point where it was like, this is either a Chekhov's gun or there's something big that's going to
Yeah,
happen
it was like a
here.
red herring, right?
Yes.
I think part of it too is like with the way that it was shot and put together in editing. In the end of the season, they made Blessing look really bipolar.
Yes. That's a very good point. That's a very, very good point.
I understand his mom dies, but then like the freaking out on his daughter's fiance thing with the
Yeah.
ice and all that. Like I just feel like it was a bit too much, and he held on to this. I mean, I get why he was upset about bringing the darkness into the home, and he mentioned not doing that, and he did it, and Dexter disrespected him. But I think he was angry for too long, and I do think that Dexter's final apology to him that worked was great. And I'm glad that they worked their stuff out, but I just feel like that dragged on for a little too long. That could have been one of those things like Batista's death that were like too quick that they could have swapped. You know what I mean?
I agree. I agree. A couple pacing changes like that could have made a hell of a difference. I don't even think they needed to give Batista's scene or his death episode too much more time, but they did need like a good 5-10 more minutes, I think. Like I think they could have dedicated a little bit and done a lot with a little bit in terms of actual screen time.
And still end the episode with Mad World. Just give us a little more.
Yeah.
But then again, at the same time, it's so effective with Michael's scream at the end and the way they put the echo reverb on it, both
Yeah.
reverb and echo. And
I
they
wa-
just end the episode with that, go right into Mad World and the credits about the fedoras being made and all that. That was fucking heavy, man.
I wonder if it was a little more intentional that they didn't do more because of because it kind of fit they're just ripping this from us in a
Mhm.
way that wasn't insulting either.
And then right away giving us Brian Moser again as a
Yeah.
ghost, right? That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Like when Jeremy Johns, great movie reviewer, YouTuber, he's
Mhm.
responded to me before. Super nice guy, you know.
Yeah.
He did an initial review for the Dexter series, right?
Yeah.
What was my point of bringing that up? Shit, I lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? I'm
we
sorry.
were talking about Brian Moser coming in.
Oh, yes. So in season 6, and I agree, Nebraska is one of his favorite episodes, and he wished that they would stick with it and like have, like have it be like this like dark story with Brian and Dexter not following the code. That would have been really cool to stick with that, but they just cock tease us with one episode and that's it.
Yeah.
So I feel like the fact that they were able to play with that and bring him back for that one scene shows that we can even get Christian Carmingo in there again for more.
Yeah.
It doesn't just have to be Harry. It can be Deb. It could be his brother. It could be Harry. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to just be one Jiminy Cricket on his shoulder. And I like the fact that they're leading into that. So maybe
Me
that's
too.
why they made it so quick and concise was because of that.
Yeah.
To bring Brian Moser back for that scene.
I'd have to imagine to some extent they're going to bring David Zayas back as well in that capacity. And I know Deb couldn't because of scheduling, but from what I understand, she was supposed to be in part of this show too.
So they'll bring her
Um,
back for season 2 in some way.
yeah, yeah. I not that I'm like begging for them to come back, but it would be nice to have moments with them.
At least an
100%.
acknowledgement, and then maybe some, I
Yeah.
don't know, acknowledgement for Aster and Cody at this point.
Yeah.
Not making them a killer or something, but just acknowledge his stepkids. Acknowledge the fact that Harrison has a brother and a sister.
How did you feel about which is it could still technically be a possibility. Some people said Cody or Aster being the New York Ripper, but how did
Yeah,
you
no.
feel about the Jonah Mitchell idea
I
that
actually
people had?
liked it. I thought that was pretty
Same,
cool. Yeah. And
same.
I like that the actor played with it too.
Yeah.
He's actually he doubles his acting career as in law enforcement and he shuts down human trafficking and child trafficking rings.
Oh, I did not know that.
I like him. He's cool.
Wow. Yeah,
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's wild,
Yeah.
actually.
Why can I not remember his name? Of course, my brain is blanking. Hang on.
Uh,
Jonah Mitchell.
Brando Eaton.
Thank you. My phone
Yeah.
wasn't working right. Brando Eaton is great, and I love
Yeah.
him. That's ballsy.
Yeah.
To
He
also
is.
work in Hollywood where there's totally a good side and a bad side, just like anywhere.
Oh
And
yeah.
shit like that goes on to be able to be like, nah, I'm standing up against this shit, and no one's gonna take me down. I love that. That's great.
That's incredible. It's incredible.
And it's funny because he played the Trinity Killer's son.
I know. Of all characters.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's incredible.
I love
Incredible,
Dexter.
man.
I think it's honestly my favorite show. The
Yeah,
original, I can watch it anytime,
yeah, same.
even the bad seasons.
It's really grown on me. My favorite show is still Better Call Saul, but
Oh, that's
Dexter's
a
in my
great
top
one too.
3.
I
Yeah.
never finished Better Call Saul. I still have to. I know what
Oh my
happens. I
god.
know he ends up in prison. Sorry, spoiler
Oh.
alert. That's just like completely
Oh.
diminishing the entire show, right? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he ends up in prison after the end of Breaking Bad, which I mean that makes
Oh.
sense.
Yeah, I mean, as far as a character to go to prison, the guy who's the lawyer makes the most sense to go to prison.
Yeah.
But man, if there's one thing I beg and plead of you, watch season 6 of Better Call Saul. It's the best
I
season
made it
of
up to
TV.
season 4. So
Oh, okay.
I've seen Lalo. I've seen how it turns into Breaking Bad.
It does. It does. 5 and 6, I think, are some of the best seasons of television ever. The
Really?
first 4, yeah, the first 4 are. There must be a reason you stopped. You probably thought it was a little slow.
No, it wasn't all out yet. And then I just didn't have Netflix after that because they kept putting it on Netflix. So that's really what it was. I also didn't like the fact that they kept teasing they might kill Kim, and I'm glad they never did.
Yeah, they never
So now
did
I can
like that.
actually enjoy the show because I was worried about that the whole fucking time.
I know. She's a wonderful character. Kim is a wonderful character, but that.
Oh, and fuck Chuck.
Yeah, better fuck Chuck. It's the new spinoff they're making. That and Better Fuel Huel.
Yo, that was insane when Chuck
Yeah.
killed himself, bro. That was I didn't see that coming.
No, I know.
I was
that
like, what the fuck? He burned down the whole house with him inside it? What?
that was wild. That was wild.
I
Like,
saw it
yeah,
coming.
all I'm saying is you have to. I can't stress enough. Go watch 5 and 6.
Okay.
They're wonderful. 6 especially. 5 is up there too. Some of my favorite episodes are in 5, but 6 is on a different level of TV. It's a wonderful season.
Well, I wouldn't know what a Chicago sunroof was if it wasn't for that show.
I wouldn't know what it was either.
It's so gross.
He defecated through a sunroof.
There were children inside.
Oh,
You're
man.
lucky you don't have a worse charge. That whole scene was insane, bro. I'm surprised that aired on TV.
I know. So
I also
good, man.
I also love him and his buddy and how he got his name, and I love that big red bong he had. That was cool looking.
Oh yeah, that was cool.
Like the visuals in Better Call Saul are even better than Breaking Bad. I like that show more.
Oh, I think the cinematography is on a whole different level. The way they color graded the show, the writing, I think every element to Better Call Saul is a step or two better than Breaking Bad. Obviously, it's because these creatives have had a lot of time. It's all the same people, most
Great
of
writing.
them. Yeah.
Make you think that Howard Hamlin's the villain, but really it's Chuck.
Yep, exactly. I hope you don't know anything about that whole dilemma. You got to watch. Yeah, never mind. I'm not even going to go there. You got to
I don't care, but for the watchers of this who haven't seen it, maybe we shouldn't spoil everything.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil some of those big moments, but it's worth it just for that. Yeah, man. Dexter, back to it, it's up there. It's in my top 3 now. It's a relatively new show that I've seen, all things considered, but it quickly became in like one of my all-time favorites, like very quickly.
You don't want to know when I started watching it.
When did you start watching it?
When season 4 started airing. So I was seeing some of those episodes as they were airing, and then I was also catching up, but I was 14.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been watching it at 14. Maybe 14 is just old enough to.
14's teetering on fine. It's teetering on fine.
Maybe a year too young too, but I could handle it.
I was playing Modern Warfare 2 back then.
Same.
You know,
that was oh my god, I love the museum in that game. You can activate it and just all those things come to life, and it's a huge. You won't survive.
Oh yeah, dude! I almost totally forgot about that ending museum. Like that
Spec Ops too.
You unlock. Yeah,
Spec Ops missions playing them on 2-player. Holy shit!
They were fucking great.
I wish on Campaign Remastered they still had the Spec Ops thing. They got rid of that for the Campaign Remastered.
Why did they do that? I'm so annoyed that they never put in the original multiplayer in the remaster. That pissed me off.
Because that was the best part. I mean, playing with your friends, the house map.
Oh, dude.
You know what I do in that game? I just break the windows and punch out the TVs and shit like that. I do it in Last of Us also. I just love breaking glass in video games.
That's fun. Just breaking digital glass in digital games.
Yeah. And people looking at me like, what are you doing? You're not even playing the damn game. Are you okay? Like, yeah. Sometimes I like to play GTA and like go the speed limit.
Yeah. Sometimes you like to pretend you're a real human in the game.
And you just get lost in it more. You get immersed, right? Like,
yeah.
Makes it more fun. I've been playing Cyberpunk. That shit's crazy.
I heard it's a good game. I've never played it.
It's weird though, because they censor it, right? So there's like only certain enemy types you can use a sword and cut their heads off. And it's just like cops and enemies, but like innocent civilians you can only cut down with a sword, but you can't cut their heads off and their limbs. I think that's dumb censorship.
But it's open world like GTA, right?
Yeah, very similar. But there's like rules like that, like with the way it's programmed. And then there's what I do like is there's kids in the game, and you can't do anything to the kids. You can't.
Oh, okay. I like that.
It just doesn't let you do anything, and that's great. I love that because I'd be really freaked out if they allowed that.
Yeah, that's messed up. If that would be very messed up if they did.
What I don't like about the game is the fact that they allow you to customize your dick size and what it looks like. So when you're streaming, you're fucked because you have to like quickly get off that menu because there's a penis.
They do? Why?
And you can run around naked, so like the kids can see that in the game. That's fucking weird, bro.
Like hanging dong full naked?
Yep.
That's why. That's so
I don't know what the point is. Like, why did they put that in Cyberpunk? I love the game, and Keanu's great in it, and the story's awesome. But like, why do we need that? We don't.
That's
too
so
much.
Unnecessary.
Yeah.
That's so unnecessary.
Yeah.
That actually brings up a point. The one thing I didn't like about Resurrection, I'm not a fan of sex scenes in show unless it adds something. Like if
Oh
if it's
God, that
there
was
for a
gross.
reason. But like they focus too much on Harrison fucking Gigi.
I know.
I was like, you don't need to go there every time. Again, not a huge deal. Like it's not the end of the world, but I
And
was
I
like,
just,
come on.
like there's nothing really there, so I really just didn't need to see her topless, even if it was for a second. You know what I mean? It's like it
Exactly.
was pointless. You could have just had the blanket cover it. Like I don't need.
Exactly. There's no added value.
No,
Oh
no.
God.
It is. I appreciate that they've cut down on the nudity and grotesque, like, because
Yeah.
whoever was running Showtime back in the original show wanted it in there. Look at the strip
Yeah.
club shit in season 7. There's a lot of that, and it's like it's unnecessary, right?
Uh,
Unless in season 1 with the Brian Moser shit, that's necessary, right? But later on, it
yeah.
just became grotesque for no reason.
See, I'm not a fan of nudity in shows unless it adds something of value, just like you said, season 1.
The
Prime
sex scenes in
example.
Original Sin, though, with
Yeah.
Slater and Brittany, are great and add to
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, I do completely agree with that because that's context and you want that context there. But if it's just sex for boobies on TV, I have no interest in that. I
Even though
don't need
season
it.
7's one of my top 3 too, or top 4, like that's one
Yeah.
of my gripes about season 7 is
Yeah.
all like it's all fake titties in your face for no
Lots
reason.
of
It's like
tits.
why?
Yeah. Lots of unnecessary tits. And I'm a guy. I should be like, "Oh, tits."
Yeah.
But I don't like when a show takes me out of it for what feels like a blatant like, "Oh, boobies, stay entertained,
Unless
please."
it's a really
Like,
nice pair of natural titties,
well,
I'm good.
yeah, that's a different story. Yeah.
But
I'll
we're
look.
talking about
Yeah.
implants usually, man. And they're not that good to look at. They stand up unnaturally.
Yeah. Exactly.
How did we get to that? That's hilarious, man.
I don't know, but somehow we ended up on boobs.
Somehow. Well, with that, I mean, I guess that's the place where I should ask the final question. Do
Sure.
you have any plug, shout outs, and etc.?
Nah, not really. Just check out the channel. Whatever. No real plugs.
Love it.
Yeah, nothing crazy, but I got to tell you, this has been fun, and I hope we get to do it again. I think
I would love to.
maybe for like season 2. I mean, we could obviously do something before then, but
Mhm.
maybe for season 2, we should do like an end recap or like an
Oh yeah,
episode. That I think that'd be fun.
because we feel the same way for the most part about the show overall.
Yeah.
So we can have these cool conversations and people will really enjoy it. Like on the playback, I'm gonna share this around. I'm gonna send it to the Dexter people. We gave a bunch of people shout outs. They'll appreciate it.
Yeah.
So I think it went really well.
Yeah, me
And
too, man.
thank you, Jerry. I can't wait to do it again, man.
Of course, and thank you. Thank you
And
so
as
much, Joe.
course, man, happy to do it. As I close this out, just stick with me in the studio after this, and I'm just going to do a final thing. Thank
Cool.
you to everyone for listening to and watching the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening.
Take care.
I did not mean to exit. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It's
That
no
went so
problem.
well.
Yeah, it did, dude. It did.
I,
We definitely got to do that again. It
I
went really
usually do
well.
a guideline, but I've been doing a natural for the last 2, and it went really well.
Yeah. I think
Overcome the nervousness.
I think it flows. I mean, personally, I think it flows better when it's not all scripted.
Yeah.
Just because it's like, we get to actually bullshit, have fun,
Yeah.
make it real. I mean, there's something to say about scripted stuff for sure.
It had to be with Antade. That was scripted.
Yeah.
But they even offered me to send his responses beforehand. I said, no, not necessary. I want
Wait,
it like
really?
I like it to be natural for me just to be as surprised as the audience, by the
Yeah.
end. So like they offered that. I was like, no, we're good. And Antade threw things in there that were personal, that didn't just stick to the script. So I appreciated that,
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that that's how that went. That
Yeah.
goes.
Yeah, no, I usually write out 10 questions. It's a 10-question guideline, and then I do a 10-question rapid fire. But again, I've changed my approach for the last 2, and I think it's gone better, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we are still live.
Oh, we are?
It didn't end. Ha! All right, well, you guys got a little extra conversation that people don't normally hear. Thank you for listening to and watching the Dreaming Insomniacs, the podcast, and have a great rest of your day.